All right, Nick, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, one of our favorite teams to talk about, a team that has been making brilliant moves this offseason. And, a team, it's not always about what the organization does. The players kind of have to buy in too for the team to really, really be successful. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are notoriously good for getting their players to buy into the program, learn the system, and want to go all in. And that's what we have today, Nick. We have a story about a young Pittsburgh Steeler who's really gone all in and has really just killed it this offseason, about to go back into spring training.
Yeah, I agree. Steelers fans will really excited to hear what this recent report that's come out of Pittsburgh about a young player taking the next step. But before we look about a young player and the eyes on the future, let's take a step back and look at the Pittsburgh Steelers history. Look, we love asking fans of the Steelers these questions. You guys give us a lot of great answers. So we got another really hard question for you guys. Give us the greatest wide receiver in Pittsburgh Steelers history. This has got to be a brutally hard question. You obviously have the Swans, the stalwarts. Of course, you got Hines Ward in there as well. Maybe even Antonio Brown. Who knows? Give us the greatest Pittsburgh Steelers wideout of all time in the comment section below. And as always, make sure you stay tuned to the end of today's video to hear a word from the partner of today's video, and that is Neuro. But all right, Miles, what you got? What's the latest out of Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Nick. So you hit the nail on the head on that question. So many great receivers. You even throw in Mike Wallace's name in there. Big time burner, popular there. But I want to get into not the receivers. I want to get the guy who's feeding the ball to the receivers, and that was Kenny Pickett last year. And last year, he made leaps and bounds. He did really, really well, and he showed himself to have the potential to be a franchise quarterback for this organization. But, Nick, that's not where it stops, and that's not where you want it to stop. You want to see him progress. And he has, even in the offseason, we're not even really into training camp yet, and he's already shown improvement, Nick. And I'm getting the article here right now. This was a tweet from Steelers Depot, and it says, Kenny Pickett's personal QB coach, Tony Recipio, I could just say that right or wrong. There's no telling. It says Pickett weighed in at about 226 pounds right now, a huge jump from the end of his rookie year. He finished last year at or about 213 pounds, and so that is 13 pounds of additional weight Pickett has put on. And Nick, you might think, oh, well, it's easy to put on 13 pounds if you're really just trying to, eat like crap. But that's not the case. And over on 93.7 The Fan, Pickett's QB coach came on there, and this is exactly what he had to say. He said, I'd say he is like 226 right about now. He finished the last year about 213, so about 13 pounds. He looks great. It's not like he's been eating cheeseburgers and sat on his butt. He said he went to the University of Pitt strength staff. He got an off-season program. He came down to Florida, and he has been getting after it. He has come with a plan. He has hit all of his goals, and he really showed the dedication to getting bigger, stronger, more athletic, putting on the size that he needs to play the quarterback position at a high level. And I really just like everything that Pickett has been doing, Nick. What are your thoughts on this transformation for the offseason for Kenny Pickett? What are your thoughts on any of the comments from his QB coach?
Yeah, so it's obviously a good sign that he is putting in the work and getting bigger and stronger. That, of course, is important for any player, and especially the quarterback position. But I want to talk about the way he's gone about it, because we're in a new era when everyone seems to use social media and Instagram and Twitter. You have a lot of quarterbacks and a lot of athletes. They'll put videos and pictures of themselves working out, all the muscle poses or whatever, just to get likes and clicks and things like that, just to kind of brag about how much they're working out. But one thing I've always noticed, Miles, and I got a little boxing analogy here for you, is that the champion can kind of do whatever they want. He can be the guy in the limelight. He can be in all over social media, all over the media, all over the news. But the contenders, the underdogs, they're the guys grinding in the gym, in the quiet, putting in the extra time, trying to climb that mountain. I'll give you a good example. Patrick Mahomes, obviously, is a champ right now. He's been all over social media. If you go to his Instagram page, it's nothing but pictures of him working out, all these cool things in these sleek facilities, so on and so forth. But if you look at other teams, other quarterbacks, teams that are trying to beat Patrick Mahomes, the contenders against him, you look at Josh Allen, you look at his social media, there's nothing about working out, right? He's in the dungeon, he's working. Look at Joe Burrow, social media, nothing about him working out and grinding. You better believe he's working. How about Tua, right? Young, exciting guy trying to overcome Patrick Mahomes. All his social media, perfectly clean in terms of working out and grinding. He's in the dungeon. Let's compare it to Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens, a guy who this offseason has been a lot about him, a lot about the negotiations with the Ravens. His social media, he's trying to sell his gym in a box. It's him working out. It's things like that. It's not what you would expect of a contender, a guy trying to climb that mountain. And then you go to Kenny Pickett. We know he's working out according to his quarterback coach, and this quarterback coach has certainly no reason to lie. You look at his social media, it's nothing working out. There is no pictures of him in muscle poses or anything that would be great on Instagram or Twitter or any form of social media. Kenny Pickett is following the exact same model as the other top contending quarterbacks in the AFC, the Josh Allens, the Joe Burrows, the Tuas. And if I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, that's exactly what I want to see. Because over time, as this young Steelers offense gets better and better, and as Pickett gets better and better, the goal isn't just to maybe find a way back into the wild card or maybe win the division, maybe win a playoff game. It's to go back to winning, going to AFC title games, going to Super Bowls and winning Super Bowls. And the way you do that is having the right mindset as the contender, as the underdog, the guy trying to climb the mountain to knock off a Patrick Mahomes. And according to the social medias and according to the reports you have here, Kenny Pickett has the right mentality to do that. And I think from that perspective, this is great news for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, Nick, I think that's 100% right. And, it's like the old adage says, true character is what you do when nobody's looking. And when nobody's looking nowadays is when you don't post on social media. And that's, you hit it right on the head there. Pickett, he doesn't care what other people think. He's not doing it for clicks. He's not doing it for likes. He's not doing it for fame. He's doing it because he loves football. He loves being a Pittsburgh Steeler. And he wants to do what he needs to do to be the best player available for himself and the Steelers. So I really think he's done a great job. I'm very excited to see how this new frame translates in the next season. I think it's going to be allow him to stay healthier and potentially be a much better football player.
All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big-time game-winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro Gum. Neuro Gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Miles. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.